Alexa, why aren't you working? Oh yeah, that's right, because I haven't plugged you in yet. So over the past few years, Amazon Echo devices have been kind of decreasing, at least in terms of mindshare. People just aren't talking about them that much, which is a weird thing, right? Because now that smart devices are increasing in numbers and are also becoming cheaper, now is like the amazing time for an Amazon Alexa based revolution, with more and more homes being smart based. But we're not really seeing that. And even someone like me, who's a giant tech geek, I would have imagined I would have gotten an Echo ages ago, but I just haven't really seen a use. However, I finally decided to give in. Inside this box, I have an Echo Dot, and I decided to go with a pretty gamer appropriate starter kit, I guess you could call it, because, well, I didn't really see too much of a point of buying just Echo unless I buy something else to control it with. So I also brought this, a Grovey LED strip. Honestly, I've never heard of this brand. They were simply just the cheapest Alexa enabled LED strips I found on Amazon, and well, I decided to get one. And man, do I love how this looks. It looks so sleek, so modern, so minimalistic, it's brilliant. So then let's move on to this LED strip, which I bought 5 meters of for just around £15, which is around what, to $20 to $25 nowadays. So it's definitely not too expensive for a smart LED strip, especially since it's 5 meters, which is a lot. Honestly, I didn't even need a whole thing. It was enough to wrap around the top of my desk, the bottom of my desk, and also down the leg of my desk. And I still had some spare which I had to cut off, which thankfully you can do at these special cut-off points they included, which is really nice. And all comes together at this little hub that is included to control the light, which is kind of annoying because, you know, I mainly want to use it using my Alexa, but also if you were to have several of these, you would have a hub for every single strip. And then, now one thing I was kind of disappointed at is the setup of this thing, because, well, it's really a pain. It's not how I imagined, just, hey Alexa, scan for devices, add this, cool, let me call it desk light, and it's done. Sadly, no. Because I had to download the special Grovey app, find the device using Bluetooth on there, add it, log it into my Wi-Fi, then I would have to go into the Alexa app, and nope, I didn't have to scan for devices yet. Then I would have to go into the skills, set up a new skill, use the skill of this company, and only then was it added and controllable via my Echo. So it's definitely not this quick and easy plug and play experience that I expected, and it was really annoying and took way longer than it probably should. And after it was all set up, it really worked like a charm. And yes, even though it is kind of a gimmick, you know, controlling stuff with your voice, it does really look nice. And honestly, I am really loving the aesthetic of this LED strip. And one thing I'm kind of glad that I've done, even though I still sometimes feel like I regret this purchase, but I'm always relieved though that this gateway to this smart world has finally been bought. I have the basis of making everything in my office smart. Now it's just a case of investing into all the different little devices, and thankfully they are getting pretty cheap. You can get yourself a smart bulb that's Alexa compatible and has, you know, all the 16 million whatever colors for almost the same price as a normal light bulb now. They are getting extremely cheap, and even strips like these are way cheaper than I imagined. And probably the last thing we need is a good way to sync them with the RGB in our PCs. Imagine people like Corsair and Gigabyte made it that you could control their RGB components using Alexa, either inside your PC or also peripherals outside your PC. That would be absolutely awesome. So would I recommend you start this journey yourself? Well, it kind of depends on a few things. Firstly, do you have the money for an Echo? And thankfully they're on sale pretty often. I would never buy one of these for the standard price of like, what, £50? No, thankfully there was a sale, I got it for £30, so which is a bit cheaper but still kind of expensive. But let's be honest, you're probably in the US where things are a bit cheaper than here in the UK. And the second thing is, can you afford these smart devices and also what they will add? And thankfully there's so many different smart devices nowadays that no matter what kind of person you are, you'll find something that you use daily in a smart version. And for me, it's pretty much starting off with lighting, getting a single RGB strip now, maybe getting another one later, changing out some lights in my room to be smart as well. But for later, when more smart devices come up and they're cheaper, that could expand as well. All you need is a gateway into that world. And honestly, now that the prices are dropping so much for all these smart devices, I think now is a pretty good time to, you know, maybe jump on the bandwagon as well, because let's be honest, it is pretty gimmicky, but always will be. But hey, at least it's pretty fun, futuristic, and it is becoming way more helpful and time efficient. That is, if you can buy things for it to control. And even though I know this video didn't go too much in depth into my smart setup, well, that's mainly because I don't really have one apart from that RGB strip. But I'm also planning on making a huge video soon where I'll be, you know, smartifying. Is that even a word? my whole office. So subscribe to his channel so you don't miss that. And hey, if you want a video to come sooner, then maybe check out my Patreon, which is coming down in the video description below. Because thanks to your support, these kind of videos are possible, as even $1 a month goes a long way in helping out my channel. Down below is about my Discord if you want to talk to me, others about this, or whatever else really. So I guess that's really it, and I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, subscribe, like other, and I'll see you all in what I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.